we're gonna bring you your first comic. Well, I was your first comic. Fuck it. Your second fucking comic of the night. One of my favorite guys. We worked here at the Joint for years on the Main Thing show. I did the box office. He worked bartending, and sometimes he would do the box office because I was too high to come. But whatever. You know, I love him anyways. Please give it up for my friend, Zach Slomers.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the last ride at the Joint. Thank you all for coming out tonight. It means a lot to me. I had a hard time getting here. It was traffic. And it wasn't even really that there was a ton of people. It was just the person I was following. Why do old people drive like they're not running out of time? Dude, you're 75 years old, pedal down, you're running out. If you're late to this, that might be it, man. Let's get it moving. I think old people should be allowed to drive as fast as they want. If you're a police officer and you pull over somebody who's 75 or older, you should have to apologize to them afterwards for dude, I'm so sorry. I've wasted a few of your last precious minutes, and give them a police escort straight to their grandson's birthday party. Get going. Oh, and you guys parents? You got any parents in the room? Right on, right on. I used to teach high school right here in Little Rock. Bad job. Bad job, guys. You're raising a lot of really boring human beings. They're not interesting people. You're raising boring human beings. All they do is watch YouTube, and all they want to be when they grow up is influencer. 9 times out of 10, you ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? Mr. S, I want to be an influencer. I'm going to be the next Jake Paul. I'm going to be the next Mr. Beast. I'm going to give away Teslas on YouTube. I'm going to be an influencer. What the hell happened to being under the influence? You're 16 years old. Go drink something and figure somebody. God damn it. Get off of YouTube. Only things influencing me in high school was vodka from somebody with bad parents and weed from a guy that ended up on Dateline. Kid you not, you give him a scratch and sniff, that's a pre-roll. You got deep enough in there, that's an eighth, mister. We were shocked when Pete went away. We were. It's hard out there. It's hard out there for parents. I've got a little girl. She's 4 years old. She's the sweetest human being on the planet, and it was hard even going back to the pregnancy. Obviously not quite so hard for me, but I did get fat. They call that sympathy weight, but that would require me to have felt bad for her. And I didn't make the choice to bang me without a condom on. I would never have unprotected sex with me. That was your choice. My wife's an intelligent person, but she made one clearly stupid choice. She procreated with a stand-up comedian. Oh, shoot. You know what I've done is I forgot a joke, and we're going to go back to it. Under the influence is a term that actually comes from like olden times when we thought that the devil lived inside of our substances. Like if you drank that drink right there, you were then under the devil's influence because he lived inside the liquor. I think we all know that's not true now. I think we all know that alcohol, I don't think, influences us at all. I think it just brings out who we truly are deep inside. Like if you always wanted to be Mariah Carey, you're gonna drink and you're gonna do karaoke. really poorly. And if you always wanted to be a police officer, you're gonna drink and, I don't know, beat up a black guy. I always wanted to be Dale Earnhardt. He was my hero when I was a kid. So when I drink, I drive. Fast. And I take a lot of lefts. Stop laughing, we're leaving at the same time, guys. Don't laugh, fear. Another one of my childhood heroes was Johnny Appleseed. You guys, I know, it's a weird one, right? But you guys remember Johnny Appleseed from elementary school? Yeah. Johnny Appleseed was, if you don't know, he was this itinerant hobo who would just like spread his seeds all across the countryside. Just everywhere, just to like feed people, or I don't know, he just really liked apples and he wanted apples everywhere in America. And I think that's really cool. I've modeled one of my favorite hobbies after Johnny Appleseed, just spreading his seeds all over the place. It's not going where you think. Instead of apple seeds all over the place, I spread peanut dust into ventilation systems across the country to cull the weak. And you guys are actually holding up pretty well. Good job. Some robust immune systems in this room tonight. No, to tell you guys the truth, I'm actually targeting somebody, my high school bully, Darren. He was allergic to peanuts. We couldn't have any peanuts in the cafeteria because of Darren, and he was a dick about it. So I've been doing that all across America because I don't know where he is, and I don't care how many die until my dust finds him. Another one of my childhood heroes was a fictional person, Mary Poppins. You guys like Mary Poppins? Yeah, cool. I've grown up. I actually showed that movie to my daughter the other day, and I kind of got a fan theory about Mary Poppins. I think Mary Poppins was a filthy whore. I do. Remember the movie? Think back. Bert knew she was gonna arrive by the way the wind smelled. Every single chimney sweep in London knew that lady's name. And if you don't think that's weird, imagine, like, put it here today. Imagine if every electrician in Little Rock knew your wife's name. You'd start questioning that lady's moral fiber. Or your house's wiring. Like I said, I did used to be a teacher, and I'm not anymore. I did quit, but it really didn't have anything to do with the kids being boring. It had more to do with like the government and the parents all becoming convinced all at once that we in the public school system were trying to turn the kids gay. We're trying to turn the kids gay with our woke politics and books with dicks in them. And I don't have that power, right? The Catholic schools, they keep trying that hands-on approach, but I don't have that power. If I did, though, I might use it for one reason and one reason only. Gay kids, the best students in that building. Gay kids rock, man. They come in early, big, gay smiles on their faces. They put little stickers on the papers. I love grading gay papers. Gapers, I'd call them. And those kids are great. They'd bring me apples. They were trying really hard to impress a father figure for once. I was their second chance. Teaching was hard. I had to watch a lot of like corporate education videos. We had to, like, as part of training for teachers, you have to watch or pretend to watch all of these videos. And I was watching this one. It was a fine video. It was put out by this organization called Autism Speaks, and they do lots of fine advocacy work for students and adults with autism who live in America and help them integrate into society. It was a fantastic lesson, except for one thing. This guy kept using this phrase that I genuinely object to. He kept saying these students suffering from autism or these families suffering from autism. Suffering from autism? These people are not suffering. People who have autism lead full, fulfilling lives. They have jobs and families and careers, RFK, that you wouldn't believe in their Pokemon card collections. Oh my God. People with autism are not suffering. People next to them on airplanes are. Autism Speaks. How about Autism Shuts the Fuck Up till we get to Dallas? Good. Holy cow. We need Crunchyroll in the back of those seat TVs. That's what we need. I don't get a lot of the panic going on from particularly the right in this country regarding like those gay students or just like homosexuality in general. My mom called me panicked like 2 years ago when she heard on her AM radio that they were yeah, you're there, that they were turning Superman gay. The new Superman was going to be gay in the comic books, and Mom was really up in arms about that because she knew how much I loved Superman when I was a kid. I said, Mom, one, I don't care. Two, you're probably lying. So I looked it up. And the new Superman in the comics for a minute there was bisexual. And I thought that was fine. It really did not bother me at all. It's not even Clark. It's like his son or something. He's a bisexual Superman. And I thought that was fine for a minute. Think about it, though. Superman, not a human being. It's bestiality for him to have sex with Lois. He shouldn't be banging any of us. That's like me coming out and proudly announcing that I'm gonna bang both male and female pigs. It's not the gender that you're all concerned with. It's the species. All right, you guys are fun. I'm gonna do a little audience poll here, specifically for the ladies in the audience. Ladies in the audience, cheer, clap, do whatever you want if you feel like you deserve an orgasm every time you have sex. Bullshit. It's too hard. There's too much work involved. And look, everyone I've ever been with has told me I'm bad at sex, but I finish every time. I thought that was the goal here. And I just think, ladies, you're not competitive enough. You gotta get your dang head in the game. You gotta focus. You gotta treat it like a race. And I'm Usain Bolt, bitch. You gotta. That's why they call it finishing. We're done here. I'll hand you the baton and you can go the rest of the way, but my race is run, man. Like, oh, it's. And you know what, ladies? I think if you really wanted it every time, you'd just be gay, right? You guys are willing to put the work in, clearly. I know how long it takes. I get those my wife will stand up, say no messages, and then come out 20 minutes later. 20 minutes is a long freaking time to be doing that to yourself. I'll give myself 4 and we're good. Just be gay. Just be gay. It's not an easy time to be gay in America. It really isn't. You don't know if you can walk into a wedding cake bakery and walk out with a wedding cake. Isn't that insane? Because to me, wedding cake baker, gayest profession in America, is it not? You don't get to work with chocolate ganache and be a homophobe, dude. You celebrate love with sprinkles. You're gay. I don't know what else to tell you. Oh, it's tough. It's tough for a lot of people who have like just different in society, right? Like I've been diagnosed bipolar, and they'll call people like me crazy. But crazy is a word we can use with total impunity in society, despite it being an immutable fact of who I am. I'm crazy for you. That party was crazy. Crazy bread. We can call. Only thing crazy about that bread is the low price. But we can call anything crazy we want. Where I grew up, there was a used car dealer. His name was Crazy Dan. And I kid you not, he would come out for his commercials in a straitjacket. Hi, I'm Crazy Dan. These car prices are so low, they're gonna lock me up. And then 2 men in white coats would come and drag him away like he was Hannibal Lecter, saving us from the used car prices that were too high. Our professional comedy club in town, the other one is called the Loony Bin, where they lock up people like me. Imagine, everybody, for a second, if we renamed the Loony Bin something a little more controversial, like the Retard Shack. We'd have a problem with it. And we'd be right to imagine if for a second Crazy Dan comes out for his new ad, like on crutches, like, "Hi, I'm Palsy Dan. These used car prices are so low because I can't reach the big numbers." We'd burn his lot to the ground. And we'd be right to. When I got diagnosed bipolar, I did the 23andMe. Anybody ever do the genetic testing? Yeah, cool. More white folks. Could have saved you $85. No, I did the 23andMe because I wanted to find out what slurs I was allowed to use. It turns out it's still 0, so don't worry, everybody. But I did find out something about myself when I did the 23andMe. I am over 2% Neanderthal. I am the maximum amount of Neanderthal you can be and still be a living Homo sapien. I'm a freaking caveman, and you guys all could have saved me $85 just by like looking at me, right? Hey. No, but I did like learning that because I learned about like my habits and part of who I am. I learned why I keep clubbing women and dragging them to caves. If you didn't like that joke, the judge did not either. Court on Monday. All right, we're gonna do another audience poll for the fellas in here. Fellas, if you lost your virginity before the age of 17, clap your hands. All right, somebody be brave and yell out how old you were. Under 17, how old were you?
13.
16, 13, Jesus Christ. We're uncovering crimes. No, but like, look, we got a 13 and a 16 and a 15. Look, I did not have sex until I was in college. I was 18. My partner was 18, and like people all through high school made fun of me for not having sex in high school, and like, oh, you're such a loser, man. You never had sex with anybody. You just gotta do it. You just gotta pick the ugliest girl and get it done before college. You just gotta do it, man. And I never did it. I never wanted to do it, and it never bothered me. And who said 16? Okay, can you remember it? Do you remember the night? You remember the night. Okay, so one of us can picture what it's like to have sex with a kid. And it's not me. Oh, but I'm the loser. Fucking Darren. Nah, good for you, pal. That's the tape the feds can't erase. Good for you. All right. You guys are a lot of fun. You guys are a lot of fun. Who in this audience, this is a question for anybody, finds themselves, like, just believes themselves to be kinkier than the average human being? Anybody? Not one of you. Ah, cool, an idiot. I think kinks are for ugly people. I do. I think if you need like all that stuff, if you need like whips and chains and hooks in your nipples and Ronald Reagan masks like it's Point Break, you're probably just not attracted to each other, am I? I'm not asking Margot Robbie to wear a bag, is what I'm saying. No, I don't think I could be kinky with my wife. I do think I could be kinky with a stranger. Because I don't, like, if I'm gonna like put on a schoolgirl's outfit and have you paddle my ass before pegging me like I'd like, I don't want that person to have to try and respect me in the morning. You can't make scrambled eggs for somebody you just did that to, you know? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. No. I think I'm this way because of my dad. My dad was, he was odd. He was very conservative, except when it came to who people in Hollywood were having sex with. We were listening to an old Richard Pryor recording, and he said, You hear this guy right here? This is Richard Pryor. And the only thing he told me about him was that Richard Pryor had sex with Marlon Brando, which is true. You can look it up. Richard Pryor banged the Godfather. It's a fact. And then another time, we were watching Kill Bill. It's one of my favorite movies now. But Kill Bill, when Bill comes on screen towards the end of the second one, he says, you see that guy right there? David Carradine? He died jacking off. And then that was all he said the whole duration of the movie. And if you don't know this, this is true. David Carradine died of autoerotic asphyxiation. And I asked my dad what that was, and he said, well, son, it's when you get a belt, and you choke yourself, and then you crank to completion. And he died because he couldn't get the belt off in time. And I said, Dad, why the hell would he do that? And to my 13-year-old ass sitting on the couch, he said, son, because it feels amazing. And then they had questions for me when I started keeping my belts on the headboard. The audacity. I'll tell you guys about a little experience I had right here in town. I was at that gas station right over there at 2 o'clock in the morning the other day. And I kid you not, from this like dark corner as I was coming out with my Snickers and Sprite, because look at me, that was dinner. I heard from the darkness, $45, honey. And I initially thought it was a panhandler asking for an incredible amount of money. $45, good night. But no, out from the darkness stepped what in 2025 I will describe as a woman. He asked me 6 years ago, this tweaker in a wig stepped out from the darkness and said, $45, honey, I'll make you feel good. And I said, no, I'm married, I'm going home. And then she takes one big step forward, says, $35, honey, I'll make you feel good. She's haggling now, like her mouth is a flea market. But I said, no, price wasn't the issue. I'm going to keep walking this way. And I start walking very quickly to my car. And she starts lowering her price again. She says, $25, honey, $20, honey, $15, honey. And she beat me to my car because, again, look at me. And she's standing between me and the driver's door of the car. Says, $15, honey, I will make you feel good. I said, no, look. My birthday is coming up. I'm married. I'm going to get it soon, right? Christmas is only 9 months away. And she would not move. Best $10 head of my life, though, I'll tell you that. It was a bargain at 45. She was selling herself short. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I'll get out of here with this. I've never told this story on the stage before. It's my last time. My father is why I'm a comedian. It's not necessarily because of those sex stories. It was with my father. He's passed on now, and it was actually the week he was going to die. The doctor told us he's got a week left. He was very sick, and we went home to see my dad. And I don't know why it came up. I think my sister had gotten a tattoo, and then my mom, they were very, very conservative, anti-tattoo folks. And I said, well, Mom, I actually got one first. And my mom was very upset about that. And then I showed her my tattoo. It's on my ass. It was my first tattoo. And it says right here, I am God's symbol monkey. And it's not supposed to make you laugh or anybody. It's just an inside joke between me and my wife. But she said, Zach, she looked me dead in the eye, tears coming down her face. Why did you get God's name on your butt? And I said, well, God's an English word. It's not really his name. And then she's like, you marched in that room right there when my dad was dying. And she said, you tell your dad right now, because he's not going to be happy. And then I walked in to his room where the hospital bed where he was hooked up to everything. And I went right up to my dad. And I told him, I pulled it down, I showed him, and he looked me right in my eyes, and he said, Zach, that's not funny. And I kid you not, this is what I'll get out of here with. Those are the last words he ever said before he died. That's not a joke. This is my last, So I'm here. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep proving them wrong. Thank you guys so much for helping me. This is a special place. Never forget what was built here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your host, Alexi, back to the stage. I love you.
Fucking Elton John shit over here.